Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Total War Attila in our Eternal Empire series. This is both a new series and a return to an old series packed into one. We're going to call it The Restoration, and this is basically going to be porn for Romanophiles. If you're unfamiliar with the word, a Romanophile is a term for anyone who is a freak for ancient Roman history and warfare. This channel was founded on my passion for Roman lore, and this wing of the Eternal Empire series is just going to be so gratuitous that it's almost inappropriate. Here's what that means. You can go back and watch the original Eternal Empire series to see the arduous journey of how the Eastern Roman Empire survived and reached this point. You can totally do that if you don't already know, if you want to go ahead and watch the whole thing. And I say the original series as if this is something different. Again, this is a continuation of Eternal Empire. But as of this moment, if you're starting now, it is a good jumping in point because as of the outset of this series, the Eternal Empire finds itself at a moment where it has utterly conquered and subjugated the East. Greco-Roman paganism has been restored and Christianity deposed as the religion of the empire. The economy is spinning up to untold heights as we speak. Western Rome has fallen and left a power vacuum, and thus we stand ready to rebuild Rome, literally rebuild Rome, because it's been burned to the ground. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to work on in the next couple of episodes, and reclaim Europe for the gods. And there's not a lot of territory to cover. As you can see, we've already started making our way into the Italian peninsula, and we'll talk about that in a second. I'm not saying that as we do this last leg of the series, we're not going to have tough battles ahead. We are. As usual, we're going to fight the big ones as they come, and we'll auto-resolve some of the smaller ones so it doesn't get too repetitive. But believe me, we're going to take every opportunity possible to see these fully armored legionaries storming into battle. I'm trying to use Civilization 6 map scrolling controls, and it's not working too well. So, again, make no mistake, this map is going to be painted purple, and it's going to happen pretty quickly. But that's enough of an intro. I'm past ready for this. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we are. I mean, obviously, we control more than just the East. We've already conquered Eastern Europe, in fact, and we're moving rapidly this way. We are at war with a few powers to the north, in the northeast corner. Right now, we are at war with the Angles, who we're currently wiping out. We're also at war with the Alamans, who doesn't look like they have any territory left, but they are a nomadic faction that's currently hanging out in Britain. And then there's the Geats. The Geats are all the way up here, and they do hold some territory, but not much. So what I'm going to do, we have some armies up in that area, I believe. Yeah, we do. We have, we have 4. One army that was just involved in a battle and is a little bit weakened. We are going to use these armies up here actually 5. Here's one right here. Awesome. So we have some armies that can definitely come up here and lock down this area pretty quickly. I'm going to focus on conquering these territories because I'm still holding out the slim hope that the Picts that occupy some of just desolate Italia, this southern portion of Italia, will refound Rome. Rome, of course, is a smoldering pile of ruin right now because it was burned, I believe, by the Huns, but it was burned much, much earlier in the series. Actually, I don't think it was the Huns, but point is, it doesn't exist. And I'm hoping someone rebuilds it so we can actually march on it. That'd be cool. But it would be just as fun to rebuild it ourselves. Actually, the last couple of episodes of Eternal Empire were me very frustratedly trying to kind of wait for them to rebuild Rome. So I'm still holding out hope a little bit, and we're going to focus on our warfare up here. Let's take a second to go through our armies and see where everyone else. We have a couple of armies down here in the south, in modern-day Tunisia, near Carthage. This army is an older style Roman army. It has been upgraded to the latest legions and to the latest just style of armor now that we've restored the Roman Empire to its heights and upgraded it to a new point with these new Praetorians. So we do have a training center in Sabrata. So as soon as this army is done in 2 turns, we're going to be able to bring this one down and level them up. And then I don't think I have any other armies in the area, but that's fine. Let's keep looking around. We've got these armies. We've got a few, like I said, in the Italian peninsula. Still can't say that word. I was watching the very last episode to make sure I knew what was going on for this one, and I stumbled over the same word, I think. Talking about the same peninsula, in fact. Let's see. Where are you right now? You're 28, hanging out in Italia. Yeah, let's just go ahead and give them these 2 military, infantry commander and sentinel. We'll give them those 2 basic promotions. And then it looks like we do have a few armies just on the eastern border here. Let's pull this up again so you can see where the armies are. There they are, marked with flags, so you can see quite clearly. Let's just go to the faction ownership map so we don't have the yellow highlight making them harder to see. So we pretty much got armies along the border. These armies here, and possibly this one I'm going to bring up north because we're not worried about fighting these factions right now. The biggest military challenge to us, well, there's going to be two, really. Well, three, actually. The Swabians actually control a great deal, or the Subians. I go back and forth with how I pronounce it. They control a great deal of territory. If we turn on this mode, you can see they have a good deal of Iberia and some of modern-day France, but then also the Picts, as we mentioned, have a great deal of territory, including some of Italia. So we're going to go to war with them. And then, last but not least, the folks who currently own Carthage, Hispania, hold the remainder of Iberia, as well as Corsica and Sardinia. And, again, they have Carthage. So we're going to be going to war with them pretty soon because we've got to reestablish our dominion over that ancient city, no doubt. So anyway, here I was saying the intro was going to be over a second ago, and I've kept talking about what we have to do, but we do have a lot of work to do. So let's see here. This army is ready to fight. Can I just... Okay, so this is for control of Angulus. I'm not sure why we didn't already take care of this. Well, you know what? This is our first battle of the series. It's not the first battle of Eternal Empire, but I would feel weird auto-resolving this. So let's fight this one on the battlefield. It's going to be overwhelming. We're going to destroy them. Our army is not even at full strength, and yet we do have a garrison army we have to fight, but it's... Oh, we're actually not fighting in the city. Okay. Everything must have in it a sharp seasoning of truth. St. Jerome. But yeah, this is Legio 4, Flavia Felix, and we are going up against an Angle army. The Serpent Slayers, led by General Sineba. Sineba, you're in for it, buddy. It's a 1-star general versus a 4-star Roman general with advanced legions and crossbowmen. You do the math on how much of a chance he has. Actually, believe it or not, I haven't played any Total War recently, so if I'm a little bit rusty in this battle, forgive me. I've been really focused on some Civilization 6 content on the channel for the past little while, but I just had a series I was doing featuring the Roman Empire. It was my first one as Rome, which is ironic considering the channel, but it crashed due to some mod issues, and I just wanted to... should I have a battle in snow? That'd be fun. It just crashed, and I was like, well, I had to end a series in Rome on account of crashes, so I can make it up to everybody by doing a series here in this. Yeah, we're going to do a battle in snow. Why not? Start deployment. So it's actually snowing. Everything is white. Now, I feel like probably the best location to post up and see what could happen. Now, this is our attack, so we're probably going to have to do the marching. But let's do a standard formation. I don't feel the need to employ any advanced military tactics. We're going to win this by pure, brute Roman force. And it'll be great. But, so I'm just going to do a very basic positioning of units here. That's not perfect, but it can be almost there. There we go. All right, and finally, let's have our crossbowmen back here. They don't need to be in a perfect rectangle. I do want to have them in skirmish mode, so they will step back if necessary. I can use flaming shots, but I'm not going to. And then finally, I have a number of cavalry. Let's have a group of cavalry here. So we have the general in the back, right there, and 2 units of cavalry. And then we have an additional group of cavalry which we can use to do our bidding elsewhere. And we're actually going to have them be over here. They're not fully hidden. Why aren't they fully hidden? There we go. Now they're fully hidden. Let's start the battle and see if we can spot where the enemy shows up before we go anywhere. Let's go to a formation group. But actually, before we do that...
I ask you to fight. I may ask you to die. But you know I ask this for one simple reason. Victory! Enemy reinforcements have been spotted.
Alright. So they're psyched up. Advanced Roman legions ready to do battle. These are Eastern Roman Centurions. I'm using the Imperium Praetorium mod by Malice Krieg. Again, all this stuff was described in the actual introduction of Eternal Empire. But, alright, I can't see where they are just yet. Let's speed up time and see if any enemies show up. They could very well be waiting for us. It's very likely, in fact, that they're waiting for us. Because, again, this is our attack. Alright, so, tell you what, let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. Alright, there should be good. I'm going to have them march forward. And then the horsemen, thankfully, have the advantage of the trees. So I'm going to move them... Alright, yeah, they're completely hidden. They're going to move in the trees over to that direction and just, number one, see if they can see anything else. But also just get a better position on where the battle might actually end up happening. So we have spearmen in front, in case there's a cavalry charge. We have our Praetorians in the back. Black and red. They look awesome. And then, of course, some Praetorian cavalry, as you can see here. I have no idea where the enemy is. It's not troubling me because they're not a large army. But there is a reinforcing army somewhere. That's the one that's going to be... It's going to have a little bit more punch to it. But I just don't know where it is. We're going to have to find out. How far do you have to go? That far? Okay. I'm not too rusty. It's coming back to me pretty quickly. I've played a lot of Total War on the channel, so my ability to move stuff around... I did try and use WASD. Oh, wait. Enemy's been sighted. Where? Alright, so they're right there. Alright, so these units actually are not in a formation group. Are you guys moving on us? No, you're just hanging out. Alright, so we're actually going to have to march into the woods. Let's see if we can make them nervous by bringing my cavalry over here. So they're going to see this. I'm going to bring my cavalry out of hiding. We've got time sped up a little bit here. So the cavalry's moving somewhat quickly. Let's slow things down and enjoy this, shall we? There's going to be a lot of red in this sea of white very shortly. We could probably do a lot of damage to their army just with my cavalry alone, which is funny to think about. Alright, so... But see, this is not their entire army. This is just what we can see. So there's probably more units. So I will need to be somewhat careful. Hopefully when these units get into position, they'll all... Oh, hey! How's it going? Alright, hold on. Alright, you guys haul it. Alright, let's see if we can get our cavalry across there. We're going to actually go right in between the two armies. The small one that's being reinforced and the reinforcers. But we're going to have our cavalry go all the way over there. And hopefully not run into any resistance. Bit of an odd maneuver, but we're going to do it. Are you guys running? Is that as fast as you can go? Okay, well, they're on foot, so they're not as fast as the cavalry, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're going to give them some time. It's good to be playing Total War Attila again. A lot has changed on the channel since the last episode. It was early September that I recorded the episode 91 of Eternal Empire proper, before we started this restoration series today, of course. I'm saying this more for the benefit of anyone watching from the backlog. Okay, so let's see. So these guys are going to go all the way there, and it doesn't look like the reinforcing army is giving chase, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now I can get these units in position to just move on whatever shenanigans are going to happen, and then the... like right in here, and then the cavalry that I'm repositioning back here can just sneak in from the back at the opportune moment. Because the enemy is an idiot and chose not to pay attention to my cavalry as I ran them right in front of them. Which is hilarious. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in a formation group so I can have a little bit finer control over them. And we are going to move into position. Let's speed up time a little bit. Our other cavalry are hidden. All 5 of them, which again is hilarious. Alright, we're going to be in position pretty soon. Should be able to start seeing their units. We can kind of see them, but not quite. Let's speed things up again. No need to wait forever for these units to get positioned. Should be able to wrap this battle pretty quickly once it starts.
The enemy are ambushing us.
Okay, so it's saying they're ambushing us, but I think that just means we've spotted... Yeah, that doesn't mean they're actually attacking. It just means we've spotted a hidden enemy army. Alright, now let's let the general get in position here. And then we can move this unit forward. Like so. Okay, it seems like... Let's get down on the front lines. Let's see what they're doing. Halt. Crossbowmen should be able to do something now at this point. Okay, we can assume testudo formation if things get rough. Let's go ahead and do a stationary testudo. Now let's do a mobile testudo. Why not?
Testudo and attack! The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Alright, so they're in testudo formation now. I've had a lot of people comment on the earlier series pointing out that I didn't use that as often as I could have, and that's totally true. Alright. Now we're actually in a position to just wreck them with our cavalry. So that's what we're going to do. There are more units than we can see, but that's okay. This is going to be hilarious. This is a true gladiator-style cavalry charge to kick this off.
The enemy has discovered our hidden troops.
Yeah, they have. Alright, so there's some of their other units. Let's crash the party with their general. Actually, let's have all of the cavalry converge on their general. Let's cut the head off the snake. Oh yeah, he's getting shredded. He was not expecting a full cavalry charge. Alright, now let's go ahead and charge the spearmen in. Followed by the Praetorian units, so that those horsemen have some help. And then finally, let's bring the other cavalry in to take care of these skirmishers. Alright, you guys need to move a lot faster. Charge, please. Alright, their general is starting to chicken out, which is great. Hopefully he'll die in the next couple seconds. Enemy general's dead. Perfect. A lot of their army starting to waver. Yeah, they're going to get crushed here. This is not looking pretty. They still have some skirmishers off to the side. Let's deal with them. See if we can deal with some of their skirmishers so they leave us alone. And let's bring the general in to back up our units. Yeah, we've got this. They're all on the run. We've totally wiped them out. Well, that went well. Not that we were expecting anything different. Again, a very gladiator-like battle. Very appropriate. Considering that movie is where a lot of my love for the Roman Empire began. This worked out pretty well. Alright, so it's giving us the battle. I want to go ahead and finish off as many of these troops as possible. So I'm going to issue some charge orders, and we're going to finish these guys off. Alright, I think that's most of the cavalry. We've got one unit here still killing those guys off. Excellent. Any other units running away? I don't see them. They're kind of hard to see on account of the snowy trees, but... Oh, that did not look pleasant. Oh man. Just a pile of bodies where the initial battle happened. Alright, let's see how the cavalry are doing, mopping everyone up. That's mostly it, seems like. No, there's still some units, hang on. Actually, a couple of relatively large units. Let's speed up time just a little bit. Alright, there's another unit over there. This is the largest contingent right here. Need to finish them off. Looks like there's another one over there. They're a little bit too far gone. Alright, so some of them did get away, but not many. Alright, that's that. Let's end the battle. Nice decisive victory. Let's see how many we killed. Okay, good. They have less than 100 men left. 82. I actually wasn't even looking at the remaining column. I was doing the math, and then I realized, wait, it's literally right in front of my face. So we lost 75 men in that battle. But, that's less men than they have left entirely in their army of 1,000. So, you know, I'll take it. Good night. And now we should be able to take that city because we defeated the garrison in one fell swoop. Let's take on warriors from Angulus. Oh. Oh, okay, well I'm... Wait, what? What's going on here? Alright, well, I'm gonna... Alright, we're gonna siege this. And we'll be able to take Angulus in the next turn. I guess it's a... Oh, it's a capital settlement. That's why. It's a little bit tougher to take those. Alright, so that army's healing. This army's ready to go, though. Let's go ahead and move them a little bit farther north. How far north can I move you? Alright, and now we're going to fortify them up so they heal. They're still in our territory too, which is quite nice. Let's get this unit in rapid march mode and move them to Tillafurdum. We still have some building to do as well, just to make sure that everything is good on that front. So I'm going to have to switch to that mode in just a second. But we actually have a lot of money to spend, so let's see. Gorama is okay. Oh man, this is where it's going to be tough, because I'm just trying to remember where things are needed and where they're not. Okay, food we're totally okay on there, so we don't need to upgrade that. Pewter caster. Do we have room for additional squalor here? Yes, we do. All right, let's upgrade that pewter caster. Additional income, yes, please. Corinthus, same situation. Maybe not, because there's currently a consumption outbreak in Corinthus, so maybe we leave that alone and don't increase the squalor. Just scrolling through. Again, as I jump around like this, if you're new to the series and you want to know, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, I can't keep track. Look at this little icon here. When I start jumping around and managing the empire, it'll give you a good idea of where I am looking. Okay, we can't upgrade that because we don't have any more room for squalor. That's probably why it's only level 3. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that fishing port. Definitely going to upgrade... Wait a minute. How's our food production? Actually, food production here is crap. But we can upgrade the cattle pens, then upgrade the theater, and it might be okay. We've got some other upgrades coming, though, so we're going to have to keep an eye on Germano Sarmatia and see how its new buildings balance out. All right, so it looks like Transcarpathia is still rebuilding. Again, our economy is still spinning up because a lot of the settlements that we've retaken are still being rebuilt. A lot of this world was desolate, and we've come in as the Eastern Empire, and we've resettled these places, and we've left them behind because they're stable. But now it's a matter of recolonizing and repopulating, rebuilding them from the ground up. It's a bit of a tall order when you put it that way. But let's see. Hang on. Can I upgrade Myra's? Nope, can't. Right, can't upgrade any of those farms. Okay, now here we have... All right, there's no taxes on here. What if I turn taxes on? Oh, actually taxes are okay here. Let's go ahead and switch those on. Food consumption. Ooh, okay, can't do that. Can't do that either. All right, we're going to hold off on doing anything more at Hyperborea, but we got a little extra tax income out of them, so that's good. Tyrus, not going to do anything there. Aelia Capitolina, down near Jerusalem. Nova Tirjana Bostra is a very significant city. This is a city that was built, I believe. I think Aelia Capitolina was the one that was built on. I think this is the site of Jerusalem. Aelia Capitolina was built by Trajan, but this city is also named for Trajan. I might be getting the history on these mixed up. I'll have to check it later. But one of these was actually built by Trajan during his reconquests, which of course now it's 462 AD, so that was a long time ago. But wow, this campaign's almost gone for 100 years. I just realized. Awesome. All right, we're going to keep zipping around here as we look for places to rebuild. Okay, here we have the Murray Dam. That's definitely helping with fertility in this region. This Weaver, can we upgrade you? Yeah, we need to go ahead and upgrade you, don't we? We've got room for enough sanitation, so why don't we transform the Weaver into a leather worker. I don't remember if there's a reason we were holding off on that from the original series, but it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and go for we've got a cattle farm here. Let's go for a sheep flock then. A little bit of additional wealth. Susa. Do we need this Balne in Susa? Seems like we don't. Sanitation in Spahan is literally 5 extra right now, and the Balne is providing 5 sanitation to all regions in the province. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on downgrading this. One of my biggest pet peeves with Total War Attila is you have to stay on the buildings you're downgrading each turn. You have to remember what you're downgrading and keep downgrading it until it doesn't exist anymore. So right now it's level 3. We're going to get it down to level 2, then level 1. Okay. Yeah, I remember this district. We can't, or these provinces. We can't do anything there. Constantia. All right, we don't have the ability to upgrade that unless we want to have... See, we need to take control of Carthage to really have more control over sanitation in Africa. And we're going to do that very soon. But, okay, Gorama, what do you have? Total sanitation? God, look at that maintenance cost. Crap. Okay, I'm going to hold off on doing anything in Gorama. All right, we actually have 70 food here, so that's... Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade Aragilia to a fortified town to make it easier to defend. And we can go and upgrade to a Thermae here in Lepfurdum as well. Leptis Magna! Leptis Magna. Leptis Magna is still home right now in the world. I don't think it's called Leptis Magna anymore, obviously. It's in northern Africa, so it wouldn't have a Roman name anymore. But the ruins are still there. The ruins of the city Leptis Magna are still there. And they are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and they are gorgeous. Some of the best Roman ruins that you can still find in the area of the original empire. Good stuff. Okay, I'm going to upgrade Rugion, and also I'm going to upgrade Ascalaucus, because we have room for it. Okay, and on that note, we're about 30 minutes into this episode, so I will go ahead and cut this one here, and the next one we're going to jump in, and we're going to actually let a turn cycle, and we're going to keep moving on these territories up here. We're going to recolonize this territory. Which territory is it? I can't remember if there's a way to tell. Alabu, there it is. So we're going to recolonize Alabu, and we're going to take Hrefnasholt, and once we've done that, we should be able to eliminate the Geats entirely, hopefully, unless they run, which they probably will, because let's face it, that's how the Total War Attila map AI works. And then we need to keep an eye on the picks to see what they do. But we are in pretty good shape otherwise. So actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let the turn cycle now, so that we can see if the picks maybe rebuild Rome. I still think the AI might take a chance and do that. It's possible. Then again, they might not. You know, I've really been holding out hope that they will. But, you know, why not let the turn cycle at the end of this episode so we can see what happens before I end the episode. All right, so the Geats are backing off, heading towards their capital in Hrefnasholt. They're not losing any men right now. Okay. Dermia, Agorius, Praeconia. has died. I don't know who that was. Like, okay, the army that's sieging the city we just attacked suffered some attrition. 174 men lost. And we can, of course, pick a research project now, which is quite nice, because we just completed... What did we just finish? Really? You're not going to tell me what research I just finished? Oh, wait. State monopolies. There we go. Oh, cool. So we can definitely do some upgrades to some of our economic buildings. That's perfect. So let's make a quick decision here. We only have a few more research projects to do. Oh yeah, definitely. We're going to go for billeting here because negative 5% upkeep costs for all units and a replenishment bonus. So that's going to help us with our economy as well. So I'm going to cut this one here. We've hit the 30-minute mark. That's a little bit longer than I like to go. But hey, first episode of the Return to Eternal Empire. So I'm going to forgive myself for that. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. I'm going to upload new episodes in Eternal Empire, The Restoration, every day at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT-5 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.